Hey, it's me, CrispySkates. So we are painting in the garden today at my mom's house in Texas. And so I thought it was a nice, lovely fountain sound in the background. And I went ahead and pre-did the layout for the painting. And I'll just show you. Here you go. Here we are. And I do have a little video of me drawing it that I can post. There we are. And I'll post a little composition video of this too. Okay, so I went ahead and I put out a little palette of both our stand oil that we made mixed with a little bit of walnut oil, as well as I have a few colors like titanium white, sap green. We're also going to be using Payne's gray and Naples orange, yellow ore, some cadmium red and cadmium orange to start off with. Oh, an alizarin crimson. I can never say that correctly. As well as Naples orange is what I have for our little palette here. And then I always like to mix in some beeswax too, because it makes it, the reason why I mix in the beeswax is because it makes it really matte. And so, and also if you're working with geometric work, and like sometimes I make the background look kind of watercolory, and sometimes I leave it like it is, but when I want it to stay in place, hey Ed, what's going on? How are you? I like to use this beeswax because it just keeps everything where you want it to be. How have you been? Doing good? I'm gonna turn it around here, okay? Oh, good, yay! I'm gonna turn it around here and then I'll touch back in, okay? Okay. There we go. All right. See, I can still see. I'll try to pay attention to both. That's the trick with doing the art ones, I feel like. Trying to pay attention to the live chat as well as, but I like the interaction, you know? I do, I like the interaction. That's why I like the lives as well. So I'm just gonna, I have a toothpick here and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna mix it. And I like to use a toothpick because it just keeps it like really nice and your brushes don't get all messed up, and then you can kind of judge equal parts. So we're going to take some titanium white and quite a bit of titanium white, and then I'm going to take a touch of the yellow ore and just a little bit of my sienna, and there we are. And I think I could actually go a touch lighter, but this is a good start. So I'm gonna take a nice big blob of the white and just go right next to it. And now I have two shades that are really close together, which I like. I'll use a lot of very similar tones and then put them next to complementing tones. There we are. So we have a really pretty sandy, like beach color. And I think that'll be a nice color for this shape right here. If you see this kind of half circle, banana moony shape, that thing. It's a technical term. Banana moony shape. Okay. And because it's a relatively large area, I am going to use a bigger brush. And I'm going to use a flat boar bristle. Here we are. And see, I can actually just take it right off of my toothpick, right off of here. And I'm gonna use more oil for my first coating, because if you guys watched the other one, this is the canvas that I actually made. And so by putting down all of the oil first, it's going to help me have a really nice working area for mixing my colors and make them look more three-dimensional. There we go. And then I'll be outlining this area with probably some of the crimson and the sienna with a touch of the Payne's gray. Payne's gray is a really great color because, hi, what's going on, Sky Rose? I really like Payne's gray because you can make colors darker without necessarily shifting the tone of the color, which is really cool. Hi, Google Man. How's it going? And see, as we work that into there, we're just gonna add a touch more oil and see how you can start pulling that down. And a lot of my canvases I don't actually sand because I like the texture of them. Thanks for the likes, guys. And the reason, yeah, because I like the rawness of them. And then what's cool about it is it gives you something different. And a lot of the time, what I like to do is actually put it onto a board afterwards. And that looks really cool. There we go. I don't have a whole lot still available that I've done that with. But this one is going to be done that way. Sky Rose, did you have a question? I apologize. There we go. Okay. All right, well, let me know. I'll keep checking in. There we go. And I'm using more titanium white right in here to kind of highlight this area. Because once it's brighter, it's always easier to go darker than to go lighter. Because the pigment will be so saturated. It's just easier if you start off, if you want something to stand like the shape right here. Just always remember, lighter widens and brightens, and then darker narrows. So it's a principle in art. Just like lines that go up and down will narrow, and lines that go horizontally will make you look wider. So you can use that to your advantage if, like, you know, you're trying to make an area look smaller or wider in your clothing as well. I can see it all kind of plays in together, right? There we are. I've mixed in a tiny bit of the Naples orange as I'm going to shade it into the background here. And I keep dabbing a tiny bit of the walnut oil just to hydrate before we go on with our pigment. There we are. These paintings usually take me a while, so they usually take a couple of days. So this will be a progress. We can continue. I'll usually paint the first layer and then come back through. So there's our first bit of the shape right here. Now let's move to this area so that we don't lose our intention, right? I'm gonna see if I can move you forward. The sun changed on me, wouldn't you know? Can you see that? Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just reloading my brush. And see, I have a circle shape right there. So let's make this bit. Let's do this bit first, because I'm going to make this the background, if you will. And see, by using a natural boar bristle, what I'm able to do is really work it into the canvas. And push and pull that paint until I get a nice smooth effect. Hey, J-Matt, what's going on? How's it going? There we go. All right. See if I can get you a bit closer. Have a good look. Okay. Now we're going to continue right here. So I'm going to take a touch more white with my oil. And I'm going to highlight this area. And see, I'm really using the shape of the brush to work with those lines. So keep that in mind whenever you're working with a more rounded shape. You're going to use a more rounded brush. So as I come back through this area, that will be what I do. And again, I'm keeping more oil and pigment because I'm really hydrating that canvas. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's see. Can you guys see better when... Oh, hey, what's going on? I like your little yellow guy. He's cute. Oh, I switched the thing. Okay. There we go. Is that a pond in the background? No, not anymore. It's my fountain. I'm not in Florida right now. There we go. I'm at my mom's house in Tejas. There we are. And now we have this shape right here, so we're going to continue with white and some oil. I'll try to attempt to show you. Ta-da! It's pretty, isn't it? Okay. There we are. Can you still see? Okay, very good. Windy, windy West Texas. There we are. See, I'm just going right over that. And keep in mind the color pencil that you use. Like, I enjoy having the cooler tone, but you can also use a warm lead, like a brown or, yeah, like a red brown. And that'll mix into your painting as well, which it just depends on which kind of effects you're looking for. Now I'm rehydrating this area. Touch more oil, and I'm just using the paint that's already existing on my brush. And the arm. There you go. Okay. Now we have this bit right here. Oh. Again, I'm at my mom's. Okay. Do what you gotta do, right? There we are. So let's do this so that we don't get lost. Right? Now we have very cool right here, so I'm gonna go with a touch more of our Naples on this area with the with the walnut. And the reason why the oils that I choose are fast drying oils that are non-yellowing. So that is why I choose walnut oil. And then a touch more oil. There you go. All right. Yes, I did make my canvas. I made it in a live video a little bit of time ago, maybe a few weeks ago. I like to make my canvases because then it's all made, right? It's all handmade. Now I've added a touch more of, or a touch of the cadmium orange to that little mixture. And now I'm going to go in with my walnut. And this is going to be just a touch darker right here. There we go. There we go. What's your duo? Duo, tell me, oh. and thank you for the offer. There we are. And see, I'm just continuously hydrating. And it's very little pigment, really, at first. More oil. And then the next layer will be less oil and more pigment. There you go. And see, you can take just like, sometimes I use cotton swabs, but just take that and you can take a tiny bit of oil with turpentine. And really on the first layer, it's not that big of a deal. There we are. Yay. Awesome. And you know what else I use are toothpicks. Oh, I already said that. But like you can use the toothpicks to like scrape off paint, like if you're really concerned about it. But I know that I'm gonna put a darker color right here because it's orange. So I'm probably gonna use like a navy right there. I think that'll be groovy. Okay. Now we're right here. Let's go with a little bit of a, we're gonna add just a hint of cadmium red to this mixture. Oh, sorry. It's like a sherbet, right? Like orange sherbet. Oh my gosh, that sounds really good right now. You know what? There's a line under there. I think I'm gonna make that dark right there. I think I like that line right there. And whenever I'm drawing these out, usually what I do is try to find like a focal point. So you learn over time to divide your canvas into sections of 3, 6, 9, stuff like that. And you want to have a focal point. It's usually like right here, right here, right here, or right here, depending on where you're at. Okay. And now I think I'm gonna come through with this color right in through here. But we're gonna add a tiny bit of crimson red. And more oil. Can you guys see that? There we go. And now what I'm doing is I'm going right on that line. I'm going to pull it right down. And see, by scraping it down this way, it allows me to add lighter color right here to make it lighter. And see, each stroke either adds paint or removes it. There we are. Now I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to use an angle brush. Okay. And to clean this one, I'm going to use a paper towel and just wipe off all that paint. And then use the spirits here in just a second. And I need some white. I'm going to use titanium white. touch of titanium white and some beeswax. Again, just like a little bit, right? Just about like that much. And mixing equal parts of that in the white. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of that Naples peach with the white board just to warm it up. It'll be pretty warm anyways, just because of the mix here. I'm going to go right in the middle. And I want to be pretty strong with it because when I come back tomorrow, this is going to have a really beautiful texture. And then, since we have this already mixed up right here, let's go ahead and do, let's see. Let's do this area right here. Can you see? No? Okay. See this triangle? That's where we're at. It's just like a bit pinky, which I really enjoy. There we go. There we go. How do I like it? I'm digging it. Hi, Rose. It's nice to see you. Thanks for chopping in. There we go. And now I'm just going to take another bit of oil. Whoops. Now we have this pink right here. I feel like we should maybe have a bit of yellow right here. Let's start breaking that up a little bit. Or not yet. Let's do the yellow up here because then it'll be too disconnected, I think. So let's continue with this pinky. And I'm just reloading my brush, but I'm actually going to turn up the pink a little. How do we feel about that? There we go. tapping to get that border. I'm gonna reload with some oil and pull all of this down. Because really we're using it kind of like a glaze. And this will help give us a really three-dimensional shape. Reloading it with the oil and continuing to pull that into the middle here. I'm sorry, I'll quit leaning on the table. Now I'm just kind of using that pencil with the oil. This is going to make it a little bit violet. There we go. And again, reloading with the oil and just tracing around, really wiggling into the canvas. Alright. And now I'm going to reload with our violet and a bit of oil and start working into this gray area here. You guys see what I'm doing? Okay, sorry about that. I'm just painting a little. Chatting to myself. Chatting to you guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. There we go. Are you having a lovely summer? Oh, I love your rose. Very cute. There we go. Oops. You know what? I accidentally just got a touch of green on that. We're gonna have to clean our brush. That would be the opposite of the color that we need. So we're just gonna get rid of that real quick. There you go. All right. So red and green make brown. I'm not really going for that right here. There we go. Just continuously working that brush deep into the canvas. Reload, touch of oil, and now I'm going to come in and trace this bit right here and really work that out. There we are. By the way, I did mail a canvas to somebody. Just wondering if they've received it. That's all. I mailed it on. They should have gotten it to their P.O. box on July 6th. July 5th. I apologize. Just saying. I mean, doesn't this look a little bit familiar? Just a little curious there. A little curious. That's it. Does this look a little bit familiar? In reality. Just checking. I do hope they got it. There we go. Oh. Right. Ta-ta! We've been going for about an hour now. So, hi. What's going on? Okay. Tomorrow, we're going to finish this. All right? I love you guys. Keep it crispy. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.